All right, let's get more on this now with Eser Ozdil, a non-resident fellow at the Atlantic Council. Hi there. It's good seeing you, sir. So firstly, is there a way, from your perspective, can governments shield customers and businesses if this crisis escalates any further? Or do you think policymakers are running out of options?
There are a couple of options. However, these options are not very much effective as previously imposed. What could we do in further? Basically, we have supply and demand balance gap. So basically, governments should take measures to decrease further demand. There could be options to order employees to work from home, not from the offices. Like they can close the restaurants or the other social spaces after 8 or 9 p.m. Afternoon. Or there could be some temporary fuel tax reductions, as Turkey implied. However, of course, every day these measures are losing their efficiency.
You know, Eser, in stories like this, we quite often focus on the global north, the US, Europe, China per se. Do you see this crisis in the Strait of Hormuz affecting global south countries at all? The African continent, South America, the Caribbean. Do you see this happening?
It's happening. However, mostly the Gulf exports are going to Asian Pacific markets. Generally, United States are selling its oil to global south, or African countries also supplying to other African countries. Basically, Asian Pacific markets, India, Pakistan, Malaysia, Taiwan, and in the short term, China had not been affected, but still China is importing huge amounts of oil and gas from international markets. Mostly Asian Pacific markets are being affected from this crisis.
Yeah, we often talk only about the price of oil. We know there's a ripple effect. Transport is obviously affected by the price of oil. Farmers need fertilizers transported to them to have their farms going. When these farms do not have the fertilizer they need, there is a strain on the production of food. It affects us, of course, obviously. Do you see, other than oil, what is the biggest cost to regular consumers?
The main problem is that all supply chain had been affected from this crisis, because yes, the Hormuz Hormuz is the home of passage almost 20 million barrels of oil per day, and basically the only choke point for the LNG exports of the Qatar, which is also affecting roughly 20% of the global LNG supplies globally. However, from Iraq, from Saudi Arabia, this is directly affecting almost 500 million people. And as you said, that Hormuz is another important point of fertilizer export, not only from Iran or not only from other Gulf countries, but also if you go to the Turkmenistan, they are heavily exporting the fertilizers from Gulf, the Hormuz Gulf. That's why basically fertilizer industry, agricultural industry, and all other supply chains are very much affected.
All right, Eser, appreciate your time. Thank you for speaking with us.